Papoose and Remy appear to be inseparable, despite the fact that splits and betrayals are frequent in the music business. A fan praised their love story as a traditional ride-or-die partnership that overcame adversity, but a lot has changed, and there are a lot of concerns. Once commended for helping Remy during her 6-year jail sentence, Papoose is now the focus of gossip concerning another woman. Is Remy's lack of response making things worse for one of the most powerful partnerships in hip-hop, or is there more to the tale? They were both ambitious and on the rise in the rap industry when they first met in the early 2000s. Many people believed that their romance would end when Remy was imprisoned in 2008, but Papoose showed everlasting loyalty by visiting her often and marrying her during her incarceration. With Papoose's streetwise savvy and keen wordplay perfectly complementing Remy's ability and passionate energy, their combination was exhilarating. Following her release in 2014, Remy and Papo returned to music, reminding everyone why they were one. Fans appreciated them for conquering many obstacles together in the face of circulating suspicions about them, and they were more than simply a couple. They were a potent symbol of the grit and spirit of New York hip-hop. People often wonder whether their story has ended, if this is merely a challenging stage, or if their love has finally reached its breaking point. One of the most well-known hip-hop couples, Papoose and Remy Ma, celebrated their dream wedding in 2016 to make up for the low-key event that took place while Remy was imprisoned. But even the most resilient partnerships encounter difficulties. Earlier this year, rumors started to spread about Remy and battle rapper Easy the Block Captain. She and Easy, who started companies like Crumb Chrome and wrote songs celebrating their love, showed that they had a great connection. A women's rap platform seemed to be doing well until social media erupted after reports of Papoose's furious confrontation surfaced. Although Papoose declined to speak, witnesses said the scene had degenerated into violent altercations. When she finally admitted that she had never cheated on anyone, many admirers were certain that something was amiss with Remy. However, instead of resolving the issue, her answer further heated up the debate, with some believing she was being honest and others believing she was concealing something. Papoose remained silent in the interim, allowing admirers to conjure their own narrative. Then, when he was rumored to have a new girlfriend, everything changed. The internet went bananas, scrutinizing every photo and video of him to determine whether he and Remy had split up or whether he was making a comeback. On social media, the issue became even more mysterious as neither of them responded to the escalating rumors. The media speculated about their relationship, with Remy archiving previous posts with Papoose, avoiding discussions of their relationship, and concentrating solely on her business, family, and work. According to insiders, she and Papoose got into a heated dispute at a private family gathering. She looked confident and unmoved when walking the red carpet alone at an awards ceremony, wearing a street red dress. She praised her crew and children in her address for her Lifetime Achievement Award, but she conspicuously omitted Papoose. Her most recent song, The Mom Has, which had her fans on edge, featured a passionate argument between two characters whose love story was the height of unwavering loyalty. The words exchanged during this public discussion revealed more than simply displeasure. They initiated a discourse, despite the fact that it was intense and left much unsaid. Papoose also made references to betrayal and heartache, which made admirers question whether or not she was using her work to communicate her difficulties. These were the fundamental issues that had been brewing beneath the surface of their relationship for a long time. Even though their romance had attracted a lot of attention and glitz over the years, they were slowly being worn down by unseen stresses. Along with all of its shining advantages, fame also has a dark side that makes it difficult to match the responsibilities of a successful career with the closeness that every personal connection requires, exposing one to public scrutiny. It became clear at the end of this moment that these unresolved concerns were still present. Despite wearing underwear notwithstanding raps, Rather than bringing them closer, the tone of the discourse, the demands of celebrity, and the challenges of maintaining a private life in the spotlight had begun to distance them. The strain of balancing personal lives with the unforgiving public glare became painfully apparent after they had been bickering for some time. The sacrifices they had both made and the concessions they had, or had not, made became more important than the love they had once shared. The tension, however, might have been the most telling of all, as some onlookers regarded it as a possible turning point where understanding might start to take hold and where the unresolved emotions could be resolved. It was unclear whether reconciliation would occur or if the gap had widened too far to be healed, as neither side had offered an apology or stated any concrete plans to alter their future. Outlets like Bridge Media were eager to profit from the drama, making crazy assumptions about how their relationship would develop going forward. Some investigated every scenario, wondering if their once unbreakable bond could survive the demands of their public life. For their followers who had followed their relationship over the years, the conversation lingered like an unsolved question. The quiet was both a conclusion and a beginning. Fans are divided on the situation. Some think they should work things out, while others think it's time to move on. Since Remy's inner circle has remained silent, many have questioned whether Papoose can ever fully recover from the sacrifices he made while Remy was incarcerated. Although Papoose has never disclosed much about his personal life, others are attempting to learn the name of his suspected new girlfriend and are questioning if Remy's battle rap career caused stress in their marriage. When the new girlfriend shows up, the drama intensifies. Remy was stunned when the new relationship ended. She demanded answers in a private meeting away from the spotlight, and it wasn't just envy. It was the awareness that maybe their tie wasn't as strong as she had believed. The betrayal was devastating. He finally made the decision to move on, this time after years of helping Remy through everything, from marriage and parenthood to legal troubles and public attention. Compared to Remy, his new relationship felt different. Remy's eyes widened at this. Remy attempted to relax in the room before losing her composure. After everything we've gone through, you think you can just move on like that? But Papoose maintained his composure. He responded, "I'm not replacing you, Remy," in a calm yet impatient tone. "I need something more than peace. I can't stay in the past." Her eyes had changed. That's what this tragedy is all about. Will you discard everything? Fortune pro woman. I suppose you never found me sufficient. I let out a long breath and acknowledged that it's more about me determining what's best for me than it is about you not being enough. The love, the history, and the sacrifices, which seemed to be continuous sacrifices, were causing Remy's emotions to boil over, and her fists were clenched. Was Enda getting irritated, and you didn't even have the grace to speak with me about it before you left? You caught me off guard. Papoose remained firm yet courteous. Remy wasn't, but I'm not here to dispute with you. In order to preserve their public image, Papoose had kept things together and controlled his fury for years, but all of that suddenly surfaced. He refused to let Remy rule his life or allow guilt to keep him in a situation that no longer brought him joy. She narrowed her eyes when he said, "I've been loyal to you, but devotion doesn't mean I have to compromise my happiness." His voice was filled with emotion, and it seemed like he was simply going to walk away. He had discovered a departing person, linked to their history, someone who gave him a sense of independence. Despite the pain, she understood that the consequences were unavoidable. Upon their eventual separation, it became evident that Papoose had changed from the man she had married into one who was more devoted to his family. Neither of them backed down as the room fell into a thick silence, but beneath it was the agonizing knowledge that maybe she had pushed him too far, expected too much, and never really let him breathe. Remy put on a courageous front in public, but in private, she was left to shoulder the weight of everything. The hard truth was that they were heading in different directions, and it was uncertain if they would ever cross paths again. There were no reunions, no emotional support, and no excuses. For the moment, they were both learning what life was like without each other, but the drama was far from over. The dysfunctional and dramatic cycle that had characterized their marriage for so long was something they did not want to resume. Remy and Papoose's relationship, a distinctive and popular romance in the entertainment sector, triggered a broader discussion about celebrity, devotion, and the personal costs of years of public attention. Remy frequently discussed how Papoose helped her during her 8 years in prison by seeing her almost every day, sometimes even 4 days a week. I recall seeing them on Drink Champs and feeling like something wasn't right with their vibe, but Papoose never left Remy's side, making sure she felt loved and supported through everything. Suddenly, there were rumors that Papoose had fought battle rapper Easy the Block Captain for fighting alongside them. Some questioned whether Papoose could manage Remy's fiery persona once Captain went viral on blogs and tabloids. They appeared to be leading the perfect life after her release from prison, raising their child, celebrating their wedding, and being regarded as one of the most successful couples in hip-hop when infidelity rumors began to spread. Finally, tired of others telling the wrong story, Remy decided to stand up for herself. She tried to stop the cheating allegations on social media, but before she could say anything, Tasha K joined the argument, bringing more controversy into the mix. Rumors even circulated that Papoose had moved on and was currently dating a boxing professional. Remy also used the term "suboxer" to mock critics, showing off more than just her opinions by going live from her home. She acknowledged that she had a lot on her mind and was ready to move on, even joking about how much she loves juice boxes, recalling how he used to look at her and say, "Really?" But there was a deeper message. Things had changed. She talked about how sometimes you can sit down with someone and have a real conversation, finding common ground, but sometimes you realize that you don't care enough to make things right. She joked that she loves boxing, but she never imagined that she would end up in the middle of a fight like this. Then she became serious, saying, "I don't think she wants to see a new woman like that." She chuckled, but I can guarantee you that she wouldn't say anything like that to her face because she would be beaten, and her boyfriend, who resembles Papoose Jr., would be beaten up. "Oh wait, they did grant him bail. Come on, Remy, you're in the vehicle again, yo bail," she said, pausing for a second before continuing. "Even though you don't like how you look," she just switched gears. "Hold on." She then let Remy go, letting out a cry once more. "You're out, but see you or whatever." She then addressed her son's legal issues, asking, now that her son is locked up for violence, why isn't he out on bail? "That's something, Saudi trying to smooth out your skin. Tyrion, I look like M. Brian. That's not even skin," she remarked, mimicking M. Brian. "I don't observe violence or reckless herbal use." She has been blogging about how much she loves boxing, but some people think that's just a front for how she's feeling based on his silence and behavior. I laughed and added, "Miss M female is ready for anything if anybody's had an issue." She shook her head, but Jasmine cut her off with a joke, claiming that they are grandfathering her into the LGBT community since she is a stud and because Remy deserted her. After the joke ended, the community became serious. There were rumors of Papoose abuse, but nothing was ever confirmed. Remy wouldn't have been silent about it if something had happened. In fact, Papoose hasn't spoken out about it either, in interviews or online. Of all the responses, this one might have worked the best. Remy appears to be in a lot of pain. He helped her through everything, but it looks like he's finally had enough. This entire thing is not shocking. As demonstrated by Carrie Hilson in the T.I. and Tiny case, it struck him deeply. Talking about fighting a professional female boxer won't assist her case, and these social media shenanigans won't make matters better either. She never imagined that his love for her would ever vanish. Some individuals think Papoose may have reached this stage as a result of Remy's erratic and occasionally juvenile behavior. He simply wanted to be a good husband and family man, according to those close to him. Tasha K, who never misses a scandal, has been stirring things up. Following the controversial YouTuber's latest disclosure of disturbing details about an alleged romance involving Remy, fans are now trying to distinguish between what is factual and what is merely rumor. Given Remy's professional and personal lives, this drama is undoubtedly far from over. So it's not shocking that the rumors have gone viral online this time. Her history, the specifics of the charges, and the timing make it all even more intense. This article will explore Tasha K's origins and the impact these shocking discoveries had on the business. "I'm not 45 yet, but you are 29, honey," declared Remy in a stinging rebuttal to Clarissa, to which she responded, "You're not aging like fine wine." Remy never backs down. Clarissa was unfazed and said, after months of silence, this feud was back in full force, and neither woman was backing down. She went on to say, "Your boyfriend should buy you some flowers and gifts so you can continue." Then, just when everyone thought things couldn't get any crazier, Clarissa threw them another curveball. To be honest, social media isn't real life. People do crazy things all the time. You just have to deal with it. Papoose remained silent and didn't even answer his phone. The whole thing between Remy and Papoose wasn't real. The internet did what it always does and escalated the drama when it seemed like things might be resolved. Kirk stepped in, and let me tell you, he was ready to go to war. He was probably too busy with his new girlfriend at the time. "I've been open in all my relationships, but let's face it, people are intimidated by natural black women. Since I'm only 29, it seems like Remy is finally realizing." He stormed in like a big brother on a mission to defend Papoose, carrying all the passion of someone who wasn't about to let this problem go.